So in last class, we have completed how Java achieved platform independency. So Java's implementation to achieve platform independency. Okay, in Java, as a solution of about two problems, James Gosling and his team invented a new format code called bytecode, which is generated by compiler and a translate software called JVM to translate into machine language of current operating system. Bytecode is an intermediate format that can only be understandable to JVM. JVM is a Java virtual machine, is a software that executes Java bytecode by converting bytecodes into machine language of the current operating system understandable format. Right? I hope you remember these points yesterday. Next, how did Java achieve platform independency to support internet application? If somebody asks, what I ask you to tell, Java achieved platform independency by moving machine language generation from compilation phase to execution phase by introducing bytecode and JVM. Bytecode is a native language of JVM, and JVM is the translator software that converts bytecode into client OS understandable machine language for executing Java bytecode. Because we have JVM for every operating system, the same compiled bytecode can be translated to every operating system. Okay, so now these are the points yesterday we completed. Now in today's class, let us try to continue next story. But the page number 23, 23 up to page number 23 we completed. Right, we completed how Java achieved platform independency. Then now moving to the next topic, important facts on Java program and Java software. Okay, before going to the next topic, I want to ask you one question. Think, assume a new software, new operating system came into market called HK operating system. A new operating system came called HK operating system. Click on the raise button. Right. Now tell me, can you accept HK operating system? What is it? Can you accept HK operating system? Accept tell me now. Is this program will go and execute in this operating system? Come on, tell me. Java program will execute in this operating system or not? Executed or not executed or depends. Yes, no, depends. Excellent. Here we need what? JVM. Right? Java program not executed by operating system. Java program is executed by JVM. You must question it. If a JVM is there, it converts bytecode into machine language of HK operating system and then executes and output we will get. Right? So now tell me, the Java program compiled code can execute in all operating system? Depends. Depends. What is depends? If you have JVM for the particular operating system, then it will execute. If not there, it will not execute. That's all. So now who will develop this JVM? This JVM developed by Oracle Corporation. Now Java is under Oracle Corporation. This Oracle Corporation should develop JVM for my operating system. If Oracle Corporation not developing JVM, yes, I myself also can develop. If as a HKOS owner, if I want to support Java people, Java programs to execute in my operating system, either I can develop as a HKOS company, I can develop JVM for running Java programs, or Oracle Corporation also will develop. So JVM can develop by anyone. Sir, can I also develop? Yeah, if you are that much talented, you can also develop. Sir, can you please guide me? I'm ready to develop. Okay. In JVM architecture chapter, I will give guidelines. If you are that much talented, you can develop a new JVM software for the world. Everyone understand that? Fine. So final conclusion is what? Java program is executed only. Java program executed in any operating system only if the JVM is there. If JVM is not there, it cannot execute. So this is the basic idea. Fine. Now, today I'm going to ask you some important questions, expecting all the people to involve. Are you ready to involve? Are you ready to involve? Are you ready to involve? Will you try to answer the questions I am asking, or will you show your talent? Come on, will you show your talent, or will you try to answer the questions? Concentrate on what questions I am asking. You know, by end of the class, definitely we'll get some questions in your mind. Okay, definitely some questions come to your mind. But remember, in the class we have 200 plus students are there. Still people are not joined because slowly will come. 200 plus students are there in the class. If all 200 students are asking 200 questions, then our topic will not be completed, right? So try to understand you are in the offline class. Feel you are in the offline class. Whatever the doubts you are getting, every question will be answered by end of the class. Last 5 minutes, I'll give you time to ask the questions, right? If any question, any doubt you are getting, if I'm not answered, then you can, at last you can raise the question. While I am speaking, accept my questions, answer yes or no. Don't try to put any question in the chat box. It's unnecessary deviating my concentration and syllabus will be delaying. Right? Demo class is completed and you all believed me, joined the class. So let's follow some format. What the format? Concentrate on what I'm explaining. If you got any next point, don't write the question in the chat box. It deviate my concentration. So let us concentrate on what topic I'm explaining. In this topic, if you got any doubt, you raise the question. But next questions, how it is working, why, these questions will be answered by end. Clear my point? Let me start. First question. What is Java slogan? Tell me, what is Java slogan? What is Java slogan? Write once, run anywhere. Wara. Wara, W-O-R-A, Wara. Wara stands for write once, run anywhere. What is C language slogan? Waka. Wara is Java slogan. C language slogan is what? Waka. What the meaning of Waka? Write once, compile anywhere. Write once, compile anywhere. Okay. Second, tell me now. In Java, compiler role is what? Role of compiler. What the role of compiler? What the role of compiler? Compiler is responsible for compiling Java program, checking the syntaxes, convert it into bytecode, save in a separate new file .class extension file. If any syntax mistakes are there, it will throw error. It will throw error and .class file is not generated. Okay, next third. What is the role of JVM? The role of JVM is take the bytecode, convert the bytecode into current operating system machine language, execute that bytecode. After machine language generated, executed, is that machine language saved in the hard disk like in C, C++? No. Okay. The bytecode, the machine language generated in the program will be destroyed. The next fourth point. What are the different extension files Java supports? Java supports only two extension files. Number one, .java, .class. In C, we have two extension files, .c source code, .obj compile code, .exe executable code. But in Java, we have only two extensions files, .java source code, .class compiled code. We do not have machine language code, or we do not have, what do you call them? We do not have machine language code. Nothing but exe files or bin files are not there in Java. Okay, exe files are not there in Java. Okay. Next question. Why Java doesn't support? Why Java doesn't support exe files? Why Java doesn't support exe files? Yesterday I told you, again repeating. Exe files are not required for Java. Java want platform independency. Exe files are platform dependent. Number two, Java doesn't require exe files because every time Java program downloading from the internet, if the machine language generated saved in this client system, what the use of it? When second time I'm executing, when I wanted to run the program again, abc.class file downloaded from the server, the exe file saved in the current client system is useless. C program is platform dependent, right? It is a standalone application, platform dependent. So directly the program, wherever you develop, there only it is executed. But Java program is not platform dependent. Java program is platform independent, and it is an internet application. Yes or no? So the .exe file saved in the client system, the machine language code saved in the client system is waste, useless. Generally people say exe files are not secure, that's why eliminated. People are rounding around Java secure based on that point on every statement telling, but common sense, exe files are useless. Is all people understand? Right. The next question, try to answer. If you let me give you another practical example. If you take what do you call HTML files, okay, you open browser, okay, you open browser, then in browser you are typing facebook.com. Tell me, this facebook.com downloaded, this one HTML file is downloading from the server na? Tell me, this facebook.com background, it is a HTML page, view page source, right click, view page source. Look at there, this is a HTML page downloaded from the server. If I save this HTML file, this is HTML file, look at the href HTML file. If this HTML file saved in our system, next time am I opening this HTML file from my current system? No. Again open the browser, again, like let's say I close this, let's say I close this. Next time what you do? Again I will open the browser, again I will open the browser, again click on it, facebook.com, again I press. Always I want latest code from the server. Yes or no? Okay, if I open previous file, again I'll get the previous code only. I don't want previous page, I want a new page every time. So what the solution for this? Every time you have to download. So whenever you are planning to access internet applications, the downloaded page, if you save in your system, it is a waste of the memory. Every time you download from the server. Okay, I hope you understand this statement. Java slogan, write once, run anywhere. C program slogan, write once, compile anywhere. Role of compiler, convert the source code to bytecode. Take the source code, check the syntaxes. If syntaxes are correct, convert to bytecode and save in a special new file .class extension file. Role of JVM, take the bytecode, convert it to machine language code, execute them and display output. Java has only two extension files, .java file, .class file. Java doesn't support exe files because it is a useless. Okay, then next, sixth point. Tell me now, what are the different components of Java software? What is Java software? What the meaning of Java software? What the meaning of Java software? As you know already, right? Java software means simple. You know C language, like that, Java also software. What is the Java software? Java software is a combination of, number one, compiler. C language as a compiler, plus number two, JVM. Number three, JVM plus number three, can I say API? API, library files, predefined library files are called API. All the people listen. Again, you will put a question, sir, what is API? Okay, people who are sleeping in the deep sleeping mode, get up, wake up. If you ask a question again, what is API? Madre. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Repeating again, Application Programming Interface. So what the meaning of it? Library. Predefined library is technically called what? API. In C language, it is just called library. in Java or in technologies, right? Technologies means what? Okay, .NET, Python, okay, right, Java. You can, in library technologies wise, we call it as not a library, we call it as API. Then tell me, this is my Java software. Carefully observe. Java, Java software. It is Java software. Now this Java software is a combination of three components: compiler, JVM, library. Then tell me, sir. Now I want to ask a question. Before asking this question, I want to raise one more question. That is, in Java, tell me, what is the use of library? What the Sravia, predefined programs are used for developing our programs. If you want to develop one program, I need some predefined programs, na? So that predefined programs are given by Java people. Those called library. Okay, right. So sixth question, compiler is what? Compiler is platform dependent. Compiler is a platform dependent or independent? Okay, let me make it as a separate question. Now I'm taking here. Compiler is platform dependent or independent? Seventh question. Next, eighth question. JVM is platform dependent or platform independent? Everyone should answer. Everyone should answer. Compiler is platform dependent or platform independent? JVM is platform dependent or platform independent? Next, Java library. Okay, ninth question. Java library means Java API. Java API means just a program. Java library means just a program. Okay, Java library, Java program, .class file is a library, .class file is a Java API. Is it platform dependent or platform independent? Finally, by this discussion, you should say Java software is platform dependent or platform independent? These are the questions you need to answer. Come on. Do you have one compiler software for all operating systems? Yes. Do you have one JVM for all operating systems? No, right? So JVM is changing from, okay, so JVM changing from one platform to another platform. And then now tell me now. Here I'm going to write the statements. What is compiler? Compiler is common to all operating systems. So it is a platform dependent, platform independent. Next, JVM cannot run in all operating system. We have, for every operating system, we have separate JVM, so it is a platform dependent. Java program, once you compile Java program, the same Java program you will use for all operating systems. You are not again recompiling, so it is a platform independent. So finally tell me, Java software is platform dependent or platform independent? That means, can you the same Java software can I use in all operating systems, or you have separate JVM software, separate Java software for every operating system? Come on, think. Do you have separate JVM software for every operating system? Yes. Separate compiler for every operating system? No. Separate API for every operating system? No. API means .class file, simple .class file. Then tell me, Java software is platform dependent or platform independent? Come on. Expecting answer from everyone. Platform dependent, yaar. Sir, how platform dependent? JVM is a platform dependent. JVM is a platform dependent. Hence, Java software is also platform dependent only. How nonsense? What nonsense you are talking? If JVM is platform dependent, if you say Java software is a platform dependent, then I will say that compiler and API is a platform independent. Two things are platform independent. Dominating is a platform independent. Then Java software must be platform independent. Na Hari? Excellent. So you all people are going to politics. No, voting system you are going. That's why you are confused on this point. Nana, you should not apply voting system here. Okay. Let me try to ask a question. You are taking wrong example, that's why you compiled. You confused. Let me take another example. In your college you have 6 subjects. Okay, in your college, in your semester, 6 subjects. Out of 6 subjects, only 1 subject you failed. What is your result? Thank you, sir. Now understand. 5 subjects you passed, na? Out of 6 subjects, Out of 6 subjects, 5 subjects you passed, na? One subject only failed, right? I hope you realize it now. Ray, what is the meaning of platform dependent, platform independent? You need to take same JVM's Java software in every operating system, Windows, Linux, Solaris, macOS, same JVM I have to take. If I take same JVM every place, then tell me, JVM can come and execute? No. Already following? Then now, how many example we need? How many JVM software, I mean Java softwares we need? I need one Java software for Windows with Windows JVM. I need another Java software with Linux JVM, right? I need another JVM software. I need another Java software with what you call Mac OS. Compiler and API is the same. Are you catching my point? Compiler and API is same, but JVM is not same. So we need to change JVM from one operating system to another operating system. So tell me, JVM platform dependent or platform independent? Come on. JVM is a platform dependent or independent? JVM is platform dependent. So Java software is also platform dependent. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? Did you realize my point? Tell me. Based on this point, I want to ask one question, okay? Everyone clearly think and answer, okay? So compiler is platform independent, JVM is platform dependent, Java API platform dependent, Java software is platform. Nitish Verma, this is the third time you open a webcam. I don't know what is your problem. Platform dependent. Why Java software is platform dependent? Because JVM is platform dependent. Okay, I'm not talking only with Nitish Verma. I'm talking to everyone. Lot of failure in your life. Already you failed. Answer. Is Java platform dependent or platform independent? Java has released 25 years back. After 25 years, still, this question is asking by the interviewer means he's expecting something more, na? Can you show your talent? Like a regular student, if you give an answer called platform independent, then interviewer not satisfied. Pakka not satisfied. What do you say? What answer you must give? There are two questions are there. If it is a what you call objective round question saying that platform dependent or platform independent. Okay, if it's an objective round question, you have to select what? Platform independent. But if it is a face-to-face round question, you must answer Java language is Java program is a platform. Java program is a platform independent, right? Whereas Java software is a platform dependent. This is the answer expecting by the interview by asking this question today. Already catching my point? Both because of whom? JVM. Yes or no? Java program platform independent. Java software is a platform dependent. Both because of whom now? JVM. Why? Come on. Why both because of JVM? Because in every operating system, we have in every different operating system, supporting every operating system, we have JVM. So if you give Java program to this JVM, same Java program to this JVM, same Java program to this JVM, it can go and execute. That's why it is a platform independent. But from one JVM to another JVM, from one operating system to another operating system, we have different JVMs. So same JVM cannot work. That's why Java software is a platform dependent. Okay, na? I hope it's clear to all. Why Java program platform dependent? Why Java software is platform why Java program platform independent? Why Java software is platform dependent? Okay, then 12th question. Tell me, sir, who developed JVM? Who developed JVM? Who developed JVM? Is it developed by Sun Microsystem or developed by OS vendor? Who developed JVM? Sun Microsystem or OS vendor? Sun Microsystem, nothing but Oracle. Okay, OS vendors will not develop. Okay, Java people want to run their Java program in all operating systems, right? Then next, tell me 14th question. Okay, 13th question. Sir, in our entire diagram, if you carefully observe, there are two people are there, sir. Number one, here developer there, here developer there, here who is there? Client there, customer is there, client there. Developer is responsible for compile and then developer is responsible for develop, compile and execute to see the program working or not, whereas client or customer is responsible for only execute the program. Yes or no? Right. Then tell me what is the responsibility of developer and what is the responsibility of what do you call a client? Okay, developer is responsible for develop, compile and execute. Client is responsible for only execute. Then tell me, if you want to compile and execute, you need complete Java software, na? Come on. I want to develop, compile, execute. For compilation, I need compiler software. For execution, I need JVM plus API both. Okay, then tell me, if you want to only execute, then what is required? Do you need complete JVM? I mean, complete Java software? I want only execute. Do we need complete Java software? Not required. Only, come on, sir. You have to answer. Come on, buddy. Everyone should answer. You need only JVM and library files are sufficient. Yes or no? Only JVM and library files are sufficient. Then tell me now. Now customer wanted to download JVM software. Okay. Now, okay, programmer wanted to download JVM software. Okay, developer wanted to download JVM software. He need complete Java software. Okay, developer wanted to download Java software. He need complete Java software. Now, if client wanted to download Java software, does he need complete JVM? No, no. This compiler and other components, if you downloading charges happen, right? Downloading data consuming, data money I have to pay, and in my hard disk some more space I need to allocate. That's why what Sun Microsystem did, Sun Microsystem has made this Java software. Okay, Sun Microsystem has made this Java software as two types. Already catch my point? Sun Microsystem made types of Java softwares. How many types of Java softwares we have? We have two types of Java softwares. What are they? JDK and JRE. Can I hope all people got clarity? These are the total 15 points are there. Important facts on Java program, Java software. So all people comfortable? Now tell me, in this section, if you have any question, ask. What is Java slogan? What is the responsibility of compiler? What is the responsibility of JVM? How many extension files? Compiler is a platform independent. JVM is platform dependent. Java software is a platform. What do you call it? Java software is a platform dependent. Okay. Java is both platform dependent, platform independent. Okay. Who developed JVM? OS vendor. Okay. Then tell me next, what is the responsibility of developer? What is the responsibility? Who will develop JVM? OS vendor. Sometimes also OS vendors want to develop. It can be developed by Oracle Corporation, and third-party companies also will develop. Developer responsibility, client responsibility. Okay, let me conclude all the points. Java slogan, write once, Java slogan, write once, run anywhere. Okay. Next, compiler is responsible to take Java source code, convert it into bytecode, and saving this bytecode in a separate new file .class extension with class name as a file name. JVM is responsible to take Java bytecode, execute this bytecode by converting into current OS machine language. After executing, generated bytecode is destroyed. Java supports only two extension files, .java and .class. In Java, we don't have file with machine language. Okay, machine language code. Java doesn't support exe files because of security reason. Generally, people say security reason. So I am also telling the same point, because if I don't tell this point, people feel that Harikrishna don't know all these points. Okay, right. And moreover, always compiled code is downloaded from server. Machine language code saved in the client system is useless. Next. Java compiler is OS independent because both input and output files, source code and bytecode, are Java related files. JVM is OS dependent because it should generate OS dependent machine language from the given bytecode. Java software contains compiler plus JVM plus API. Okay, then because of JVM, Java software become platform dependent. Java software is a platform dependent because JVM is a platform dependent, because Java software is a platform dependent. When we will have separate Java software for every OS. Hence, based on our system OS and processor, we must download and install Java software. Java program is a platform independent and Java software is a platform dependent, both because of JVM. Java program is platform independent because JVM is available for every operating system. So Java program can be executed in all operating system. Java software is platform dependent because we have separated JVM for every operating system. So the same Java software cannot be installed in all operating system. For all operating systems, JVM is developed by Sun, nothing but Oracle, but not by OS vendors. So JVM will not be installed inbuilt along with OS installation. Many students are feeling that when I install JVM, when I install OS, inside OS, JVM by default will be there. Many people are feeling, no, it will not be like that. Okay. We must install JVM explicitly in our computer after OS installation. We must install explicitly. If you don't install, JVM will not be there. The next, programmer is responsible for developing, compiling, and executing Java program, whereas customer or client is responsible only executing Java program. Hence, based on the programmer and customer responsibilities, Java software is divided into two types. What the two types? Moving to the next topic, important facts on Java program, Java software completed. Moving to types of Java software. Java software is of two types, JDK. JDK contains JRE, compiler plus JRE. JRE contains implicitly JVM plus API. Now, if you want to install only JRE for executing, you can separate pack, you can install also. Now, the very important point, from Java 11 version onwards, listen. From Java 11 version onwards, we do not have, okay, from Java 9 version onwards, Java 9 version, Java 11 version, two changes came. First you accept it, later I will explain. From Java 9 version onwards, the JRE software is there inside JDK. Na? This is called private JRE. I will explain you all these points, please accept. Private JRE, because it is available inside, that's why it is private. This JRE available outside, this is called what? Public JRE. Okay, we have two JREs in our system. When install JDK, JRE installed privately inside JDK and also installed publicly in our system. Two times JRE is installed. Don't ask why. Please accept. Accept. I will tell the situation. When situation come, I will explain. So when install JDK, we have inside JDK, JRE is available. Also outside also JRE, two times installed. Then now try to answer. In Java 9 version, this JRE software is eliminated, removed, and merged JVM and API as part of JDK. It's not separate. In Java 9 version, we do not have private JRE. So now private JRE is not there. Now JVM and API, everything part of JDK only. If you want to install separate JRE also, you can install. Okay, now next. From Java 11 version onwards, this public JRE is also removed from the market. So 11 version onwards, we have only one thing called JDK. Both developer and client, both people should download install only JDK. Sir, why this changed? That I'll explain the next slides. At this minute, you need to accept these changes. What the point I told you? Right. So then moving to the next point, types of Java software completed. What the change in Java 11 version? In Java 11 version, okay, change in Java 9 and 11 version. Let me add that point, okay? Java 9, 11 version. Okay, so we completed types of Java softwares. Then now the next topic, Java 9 and 11 changes. In Java 9 version, private JRE is merged into directly JDK. We don't have private JRE. In Java 11 version, public JRE is also removed. There is no JRE separately. Just accept it. Then I will explain the next slide. Is it clear? Is it clear to all? Right? If you concentrate on what I'm explaining, if you are here to really learn subject, then definitely you will get this feeling pakka. Okay, thank you, Sushovan. Sushovan, thank you for your feelings. Thanks for your feelings expression. You have to concentrate. Okay, if you sit properly and listening, definitely will enjoy and it will feed in your mind. You are there on the bed, moving your body that side, this side. And if you are listening, you are insulting me. Always remember, if you are insulting the faculty, insulting the trainer, definitely God will be there to punish you. If you respect your faculty, respect your parents, respect your elders, God is there to bless you. God always will bless the people who are giving respect to his elders, his teachers, his parents. How to respect the teachers? No need to say namaskaram. Respect the subject. You are there in the class means you should be disciplined. It's online or offline, or you are in the home, or you are in the classroom, or least bother. How you were in the classroom, same way you should be in the online in your home also. You should show your discipline. Take chair, pen, paper, sit properly. Kids are attending the class nicely, Baba. Now schools are running online. Na? So one day I asked my son, "Arey, sit on the cot and listen the class." He got angry. What nonsense you are talking? On cot, anybody will listen the class. Teacher feel good? No, no. Teacher feel bad and give the less marks to me? No, no, no. I don't do like that. I will sit properly on the floor. He sit properly on the floor by having the books aside and nicely sitting, having the good comb his hair and having good powder, good makeup, and then going to school. Is there in the home only, na? He can do everything whatever you like, but he's not doing like that. That's why I love LKG people. LKG, UKG people are having lot of mind maturity. BTech people are not having mind maturity. That's why I told you are a brainless idiots. Not only BTech. People who completed intermediate onwards, you lost your brain. One day somebody is telling that, sir, you are brainful. We are brainless. Correct, na? Proved, right? Is it clear, these two topics? When I'm shouting at you, don't feel that I am angry at you. I am worrying about your future. When you fail, I am failing. Your parents are failing. That's why I'm getting angry by seeing you. Come on, realize what I am trying to tell. Try to realize, accept, feel it. If you fail last 22 years, your parents come back. So now the topic is very lengthy topic. Almost again 10 points are coming. You have understood 15 points nicely. Now again 15 points are coming. After these 15 points completed, then I will talk to you why Java 9, Java 11 version changes. Lot of points are coming now. Okay. Today class is very, very important class. Please concentrate. Okay. This class you don't find in a textbooks. You don't find in the websites. This class you will find only in the company. After you join in the company, you are going to see everything, right? So that's why please concentrate. Now the question is, what is the difference between JDK, JRE, JVM? So we have seen JDK, we have seen JRE, we have seen JVM. Okay, we have also one more word called JIT. Okay, we have also one more word called JIT, JDK, JRE, JVM, JIT. Okay, first let me show you the diagram. Is this the diagram? JDK, this is JDK, plus we have JRE, right? JRE, this JRE contains what? JVM plus API. Now, yesterday I told you, JVM is not directly interpreter. It is a pack. It's a cover, kind of cover. When you are taking cover from the hotel to home, tell me, people will ask you, Arey, are you bringing cover? No. Inside cover, dosa, idli, puri, vada, sambar, a lot of things are there. Na? To carry all these things from hotel to the home, we need some packet, we need some cover. That cover is nothing but JVM. So inside JVM we have so many components are there. One is interpreter, plus another is what? JIT. Is it clear? Right. So now if you observe this diagram carefully, you will get one view. What is that? Oh, JDK is a part of JRE, JRE is a part of JVM, acha, JVM is part of JIT. Sorry. I given wrong statement. Again. So now JIT is a part of JVM. JVM is a part of JRE. JRE is part of JDK. So now I want you to answer few questions. Are you ready? I want you to answer few statements. Again slides are coming. Okay. So I wanted to see how many people are going to enjoy. Are you going to, how many people are going to enjoy like anything? Let me see. Sir, if you involve in the discussion, pakka you will enjoy. You know, definitely get happy tears. Definitely get happy tears. Okay. So if you are from IT department, you will get the goosebumps also. If you are non-IT background people, you will get only happy tears. Okay. If you are from IT background, you will get goosebumps because in your academics, these are all your doubts. Now I am giving full clarity to you, right? So that's why please concentrate. First point, tell me. So tell me, what is the difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, JIT? If somebody asks this question, what you need to answer? First you have to talk their positions, their places, where they are available. Okay, now first you have to talk about their positions. First point, JIT is a part of, one second, I need to change the font. Tell me first, JIT is a part of JVM. Next, comma, JVM is a part of what do you call JRE. Next, JRE is a part of JDK. This is the first statement you have to talk to interviewer. This compulsory asking question, sir. Compulsory asking question. If interview wanted to ask from the basics, he will start. From here, you go and talk. So first you are giving the view. You know, when you are speaking the statement, interviewer should get a visualization about the explanation you are giving. Okay. Then next you have to talk about, JDK. Under JDK, first point, what you need to say? Abbreviation. Tell me what the abbreviation of JDK. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Number 2. What it contains? Okay, what it provides? It provides development tools. Okay, development tools. What it provide? It provides development tools and execution environment. Look at that, compiler and other things are called what? Development tools. And next, JRE. JRE means what? Runtime environment. JDK provides development tools plus runtime environment. Hence, what JDK contains? Hence, what JDK contains? JDK contains compiler. JDK contains compiler, JVM and API. Yeah, JVM and API directly will not be there. It's part of JRE, but either directly or indirectly JDK there na. And tell me, in your body, you have heart, na? Yeah, but directly not there. Under bones, it is there. Let it be there under bones. Let it be there under skeleton. No problem. But your body is having na that point. So JDK stands for Java Development Kit. It provides development tools and execution environment, and it also hence it provides compiler and JVM. So tell me, by using this compiler and JVM, below, what can I do as a developer? What can we do? Now we can develop, compile, compile and execute new programs, and also we can modify already developed applications. Everyone understand this point? Come on. All 4 points understand from diagram? Can you confirm it? If you have any doubts in these 4 points, please ask. Tell me, what can I do using JVM, Anna? Using JDK, what can I do? JDK contains compiler, contains what? JRE. Hence, using compiler, I can compile the program. Using JRE, I can run the program. So using JDK, what can I do? I can develop new programs, type new programs. Next, I can compile that new programs. I can execute that new programs. Next, if already developed programs are there, if I require to do some changes, then what can I do? I have to again, I can modify that code. After modifying by using compiler, again I can compile, and using JRE, I can again execute. Okay, I'm repeating once again all points. Carefully listen. Same points will be repeated for JRE. Okay, same points are repeated for JRE. That's why I'm repeating once again. JRE points you only should tell. Okay, first point. What is abbreviation of JDK? JDK stands for Java Development Kit. What it provides? It provides development tools and runtime environment. Then it contains compiler. As part of development tools, it contains compiler. As part of runtime environment, it contains JVM. Hence, it contains compiler and JVM. Hence, by using JDK, we can develop, compile, execute new applications, and also can modify already available applications. Now, can you try to talk about JRE? Tell me, first point, what is JRE? JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Sam Kumar, did you understand? Still any doubts? Sam Kumar, for you only I repeated. Is it comfortable? Right. Can you please try to repeat for JRE yourself? Try to apply. JRE stands for Java. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. What it provides? It provides only JVM and API. Means it provides only runtime environment. JRE provides only runtime environment. It doesn't provide development tools. Hence, it contains only JVM and API. So, by using JRE, we can only run already developed applications, but we cannot develop new applications, or we cannot modify existing applications. Is four points understand? Are all 4 points understand? Can you repeat all these points once again for JVM? Same points for JVM. Fourth point, go inside JVM. Below. JVM points are easy. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. Okay. It provides interpreter and JIT. Now, what is JVM? What is the abbreviation of JVM? What is JVM? JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. JVM is the platform. Can I say platform? It is a platform. JVM is a platform to run Java bytecode. JVM is a platform. It is responsible for running Java bytecode by converting into current OS machine language. Hence, it provides JVM. JVM provides interpreter and JIT compiler. Okay. So in using JRE, it contains, okay, I'm removing contents not required now. Next, now by using JVM, we can only run the program. So JRE cannot run. JRE uses JVM and JVM uses interpreter. So repeating again, JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. It is a Java platform. It is responsible for running Java bytecode. Hence, it provides interpreter and JIT compiler. Actually, JVM will not execute Java program. Interpreter will execute Java program. right? So hence by using JRE software, we can only run already developed applications. That's all, simple point. Okay, the next fifth point, JIT. Tell me, what is JIT? Abbreviation of JIT. What can we do by using JIT? Okay, JIT stands for just in time compiler. What is JIT? JIT stands for just in time compiler. Tell me, the word itself is telling just in time compiler. Oh, it is a compiler, right? Tell me, compiler will compile complete code at a time, line by line. Compiler will compile complete code at a time. Interpreter will compile the code line by line at a time, line by line. Then interpreter is slow, JIT compiler is fast. So tell me, among the interpreter and JIT compiler, which one is the main component for running the program? Interpreter. Interpreter is main component. Okay, and JIT compiler helping interpreter to execute Java program fast if needed. If interpreter taking more time, if interpreter taking more time to execute some part of the code, that part of the code is compiled and executed by whom? JIT compiler. So actually interpreter is the main component. So it is running the program. Wherever we need some part of the code, interpreter taking more time, then JIT compiler coming into picture. For example, you are in the school year. Now it is your home. From the school you started walking and coming. Suddenly, okay, you need fast go to home, but your father found that you may come late. Then immediately your father taking his bike coming opposite to you and taking you on his bike and going to fast, na? Are you catching my point? Tell me here, you are whom? Interpreter. Your father is coming on the bike to take you fast to the home. Then your father is nothing but JIT compiler. Everybody understand? Right? Simple example. Don't confuse. So how JIT compiler can execute fast? That is, you cannot understand now, na? If you can understand, I will also explain you that. This much I know. That small bacha concept I know, na? Right? So the JIT compiler, how we helping the interpreter to execute fast? That point you will come to know where in the JVM architecture. After knowing some programs in JVM architecture, I'll explain you that point. At this minute, just accept it. So JVM will not execute Java program. JVM has two components to execute Java program, that is interpreter and JIT compiler. So interpreter is the main component to run Java program, but interpreter sometimes slow. It is taking more time to execute. In that area, JIT is coming and helping the interpreter to execute Java program fast. Right? So tell me, what is JIT? Once again, tell me. JIT stands for just-in-time compiler. What the use of JIT compiler? JIT compiler is used for helping the interpreter to execute Java program fast. That's a simple topic completed. Can I hope all the people got clarity? So the diagram and the points. Can I hope all the people comfortable? Can you please confirm, please? So this slide, if everybody understand, any doubts, if you have, I'm ready to explain you again if you want. But don't say, please explain again. Interpreter will not compile. Interpreter will translate. Compile means what? Kirti. Compile means what? Verify the syntaxes. Okay, now syntaxes verification is comes under compilation. But at runtime, what is doing? Syntax is not verifying. Only converting the bytecode into machine language code, directly converting. That's called interpretation. That's called interpretation. We should not call as compilation. Then once you talk these points, immediately interview will raise a question. Okay, tell me, what is the difference between Java C compiler and just-in-time compiler? Okay, just in a time compiler. Okay, he will ask question. Java C compiler and regular compiler. Okay, regular compiler. What you answer? Simple two answers. Java C compiler will come in compilation phase. Compilation phase. And responsible to translate complete source code into bytecode and save in in a new file with dot class extension. This is Java C compiler rule. Java C compiler will come in compilation phase and responsible to translate complete source code into bytecode and save in a new file with dot class extension. Whereas JIT compiler will come in compilation phase or execution phase. Execution phase will come in execution phase. It is responsible to help. It is responsible to help interpreter to run Java bytecode fast. How it is running Java bytecode fast? By translating some part of bytecode at a time. Some part of bytecode at a time. That's it. So tell me, interpreter will go line by line. In the process of going line by line, it taking more time. So bytecode, Chitka is telling what, interpreter, you wait. I will do that work. So immediately it is taking that all the 10 lines of the code. It take all the 10 lines of the code, complete 10 lines of the code at a time, converted it into machine language code and hand over to some part of the byte, translating some part of the bytecode into machine language code, machine code simply at a time. So it will help like this. Okay, I will explain in this point in the coming JVM architecture topic. At this minute, if I talk more, some people may not understand and enter it into confusion. Okay, that's why I wanted to explain you this point in the JVM architecture. That time you have subject maturity. At this minute, this much is sufficient, sir. Okay, this much is sufficient. Okay, if I talk more unnecessary, we are entering into a lot of concepts, deviating from there. All right, so all these points are already recorded because it's a little bit lengthy topic. So you may or may not understand. Maybe you're expecting some revision kind of story. If you want to listen, this video once again, this topic once again, you can go to Naresh Shetty channel and type there. Go to YouTube. You can directly type in YouTube. No need to come to Naresh Shetty channel. Directly type there Java by Hari Krishna. Directly type Java by Hari Krishna. You will get my playlist, 60 videos playlist. Open this playlist. Okay, the first video. Okay, na? 2 types of Java softwares and the next video. Difference between JDK, JVM, JIT. Okay, this is Hari Krishna. I am only, okay? And I want you prepare yourself some statements from this diagram. Same points. Then I will conclude the points. There belongs to whom, where they are available. That is the first point. If you say, first interviewer will say, tell me, runtime environment development tools. The same differences between JDK about JVM. I hope you got the complete clarity on simple number, okay? And try to produce the answers correctly in an impressive way. Okay, right. So that's all about this session. In the next session, we are going to discuss different environments exist in the software development, and in which environment, which software we have to install, like JDK or JRE, JVM or JIT. What should you install? Let us try to understand in the next session. Okay. Thank you for watching this session video. Fine. Let me move to the next topic. Tell me. So I hope I completed the story. Difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, JIT. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? Shall I move to the next topic? Executive files are easily affected by virus. That's why they are not secure. Right. Now I'm going to next topic. Observe. Okay. how many types of Java softwares we have? 2 Java softwares. What are the 2 Java softwares? JDK and JRE. Tell me. I'm going to give you some test cases. Let's see. Are you able to think as per real-time company or not? Are you now thinking like a software engineer or thinking like a Tumri BTech student? Tumri student only. Tumri student and Tumri ante. That's my word. Okay, can you think like a software engineer or having still the Tumri mind or not? Let me try to check. Listen. In a software company, we have totally 3 environments will be there, sir. 3 environments. Based on this topic, the next slides will come, next sessions will come. Complete next sessions. JDK software enhancements. All sessions on JDK software enhancements based on next coming 15 minutes. Please concentrate. We have totally 3 environments in software industry. Okay, we have 3 environments in software industry. What are they? Number 1, development environment. Number 1, development environment. Number 2, testing environment. Number 3, what's the number 3? Production environment. Okay, simple word. People used to call it as test. Okay, dev. People call it as dev, and then our test, and then shortcut people are calling prod. Okay, now. So this is the simple terminology people use. Then now, what the meaning of testing environment? Okay. What is the operation in software industry? Acting Ravi. What is the wonderful question has raised? Okay. What is the operation in software industry? Acting. So go to software industry and acting happily AC room will give, go and sleep and come. Okay. Then what is the job of testing, development? What the meaning of development environment? People are feeling that this is a company here. This is a company. This company actually divided into 2 parts. Let's say 2 parts. Okay, this is development. Development environment. Asla, how did you ask that question? I didn't understand, Mr. Sam Kumar. What is the operation in software industry? Asla, what is the meaning of that question? How can I understand your intention of asking the question? I don't understand. Can you tell something? Why you asked that question? What is your actual doubt? Come on, tell me. I'm waiting your answer. I'm waiting for your answer. What is your intention of asking that question? One of your friends said, what he said? Listen, sir. Look at here. In development environment, developers are there. One developer or many developer? Many developers. Is the first developer chair? Assume it is a chair, okay? Assume it is a chair. First developer, second developer, third developer, fourth developer, fifth developer, sixth developer, like that. There are so many developers. Assume the developer chair, okay? All these developers in their own computer, they are developing code. Okay. Now he got developed they're going to develop. Tell me, all people are developing different projects, huh? Now assume all these are people are working on same project. Project 1. Let's say there are so many names are there. Let me check. Let me choose as they're working on project 1. Now, some part of the code developed by first developer, second developer, third developer, fourth developer, fifth developer. They have shared the development. But how this all the developers code will be merged? For that purpose, there will be a common computer. You catch my point? There will be a common computer. This is called server computer. There will be a common computer called server computer. Today class is very important for 5 minutes. Okay, people who are not having software industry idea, this is very important. In the server computer, all these developers will post their code in a common place. One common folder they will create called project folder. In that project folder, they have to copy their entire code. Okay, background, some GitHub, lot of nonsense will be there. Don't worry much. I'm not going to talk much. So people who are working in company, so people will collect the code via GitHub, I know. But if I talk all those things, these freshers cannot understand. So that's why I'm talking directly. This is what project. This folder is what? Project folder. In the project folder, then all the people develop, place their code. Are you catching my point? Then tell me now. The development environment is nothing but the place where developers are developing their code and posting into one server computer. Because this server computer is called what? Development environment. This is server computer plus each developer individual computer together is called what? Development environment. Can I hope all the people got clarity? Like this, tell me. Now we are developing here. So tell me, compulsory the code what we develop must test by the testers, na? What the meaning of testing environment? Anybody can guess? Testing environment is exactly replica. Okay, exactly replica, copy paste. It is exactly replica, copy paste. But now, here who is there? Developers are there, testers are there. The testers are there. This is a developer 1, and he is a developer 2, developer 2, and developer 3 system, developer 4 system, developer 5 system. Here developers are working. A developer's job is what? Develop the code and then place that code in the common computer, and that common computer code later transferred into this project code is transferred into another server computer. This server computer is what? Testing server. Are you catching my point? So this entire code, whatever they develop and tested, developer testing after completed, this entire project, whatever they copied into this testing computer. Okay, this is what? Development environment server computer. This is what? Test environment server computer. In the test environment server computer, the project is there. Then who are these people? Testers. Then this tester will be given tester 1. He will be given one task. Okay, he's testing one module, one functionality. He's testing another functionality. Okay, he's testing another functionality. He's testing another functionality. Are you catching my point? Right? So one tester will be allotted one testing functionality. Okay, na? Then after all these testers are certified, given a certification, yes, this project is working wonderfully. This is software company, right? This is software company. Okay, in the software company, developers and testers are working. Then after developers completed testing and testers complete their testing process, then who is coming into picture? Client company is coming into picture. Okay, na? Client company coming into picture. Actually, very nicely, in a client computer also, we have again testing. Okay. Customer will never accept your project directly. These customers who are tested, your company testers only. Maybe your company testers may be cheat. That's why what this client computer, okay, this is a client computer, most danger. Let me take red color. Client company. In a client company also, they will provide server to us. Listen, sir, very important, sir. Very, very important. They also will provide server to us. Server computer, one server computer they will provide. Okay, client company, server computer. What we will do now, whatever the project we have developed in our software company, the same project is now copied into client computer. We will send as a zip file or exe file. As a zip file or as a exe file, we will send our project, we will send our project to client. Then client will install the zip file or exe file where in the server computer. Okay, right, all this work we are going to do in our regular class. Rabuji, are you ready to do? All are ready to do this work in our regular class? Shall I do it? If you are interested, I am ready to do that. This entire environment I will create. So now if you go 9 o'clock batch, in 9 o'clock batch I did completely. Okay, so now the 9 o'clock batch students are enjoying like anything. So in 9 o'clock batch I am developing this entire environment, development, testing, production, client, everything I am developing. Whatever the diagrams I'll explain, everything I'll implement. Then in the server computer, now the project is copied, sir. In a server computer, now the project is copied. Then tell me, is this project, okay, this project is correctly developed? Some mistakes are there? All right, so that one should be verified by the client. What this client will do, he is going to ask, he is going to employ some people. He is going to employ some people. Okay, some people he is going to employ, either same company or another company, least bother. Here also some employees are there. Then what these employees, are they develop the code? No, they are not going to develop. What they are doing, they are also testing only. They are also testing. These people are also who? Testers only. Tester 1, tester 2, tester 2, tester 3, okay, tester 4 and tester 5. Okay, but these testers are not regular testers. These testers are called UAT testing. What we call UAT, user acceptance test. Catch my point. UAT, user acceptance test. This is a testing environment. This is UAT environment. All are catching my point? These people are called in company side, client company side, some testers are there. Those testers are called UAT. And tell me, all these testers also accessing the project from the same computer. Erabuji, all are you following? Small story, don't feel too much. Okay, right, this is a company, you want to become software engineer, you have to know all these words. Now these people are accepting and then testing, is this all functionalities are working correctly or not, according to customer. Okay, according to customer, right, according to customer, all these are working properly or not, they are testing. For example, you go to Flipkart production project. Who developed this project? Come on, this Flipkart project, who developed this Flipkart project? Developed by TCS company, let's say Infosys company or whatever. Infosys company has taken that project and then all these developers develop Flipkart. This is the final output project. This project has tested here. Okay, then is working fine, everything. Then this entire project, whatever you are seeing, this entire project is hand over to testing environment of Infosys company. Okay, are you catching my point? These are Infosys company developers. Infosys company developers, and these people are what? Infosys company testers. Separate testing team is there. Infosys company testers are testing this project and approved. Yes, all functionalities, whatever the buttons are there, whatever the products are displaying, everything working fine, they have given. Then now this entire Infosys testers approved thing has given to Flipkart company. This is a Flipkart company. Flipkart company doesn't directly providing the project access to the customers. You are the customer, I am the customer to the Flipkart. Then what they are doing, Flipkart company has employed some people to test this project working as per the customer point of view or not. That is called what? UAT test, user acceptance test. Is this project as per user accepted or not? If at all user acceptance test is completed, passed, no problems are there, then now this project is moving to another server computer, that is World Wide Web. Hello, it is moving to Final server computer came into picture. This is what? World Wide Web, nothing but our internet. Okay, and World Wide Web. Now this is going to accessed by customers finally. This is production server, prod server, in bracket it is World Wide Web. www, World Wide Web production server, right? Inside this production server, now we have copied our project. Everybody understanding? We are copying our project. Now, who is going to access this project? Anyone can tell me? Come on, sir. Who is going to access this project now? Is this project accessing by client company? No, you people. Okay, na? You customers. You people are going to access. First customer, second customer, third customer, fourth customer, fifth customer. Okay, these customers are going to access this project for buying, selling products. Production means prod means what? Production means some money transactions are going on. Some products are manufactured and selling. So this is called production server. That means SIT environment. No, I did never come across that word SIT. Anybody know SIT environment? Working employees, have you come across this SIT environment? Full form? Somebody is asking SIT environment. I never come across that SIT. Nana. UAT I come across. System integration testing. SIT and system integration testing. That will be DevOps related maybe. DevOps. System integration testing will be DevOps and web services. Interoperable application. Integration will be done in the web apps. DevOps and web services will come. So that's no way related to our people. Our people related, this is the story. Can I hope you got some idea? All the people got some idea on this discussion? Development environment, testing environment, UAT environment, production server, prod environment. This prod environment who are accessing? Customers. By the time customers are accessing, if the project is failing, tell me, I am accessing Flipkart. I click on this shoe. When I click on the shoe product is not showing, some errors are coming. Then tell me, I will move from Flipkart to Amazon. Na? Okay, API tester, all those things I'm telling you, that is different story. So that you have to join for testing related. API testing comes under testing. Okay, Selenium faculty, Mr. Suresh sir will go and explain. Okay, now repeating again the question. If proper testing is not done background, without proper testing is done, if the project is deployed in the production server, deployed and copying. Are you catching my word? Deploy means copying. If the project is copied without proper testing into the production server, and when the customers are accessing my project, if the shoe is clicked, the shoe details are not coming, and I'm ready to buy. When I click on buy now, if it is not coming proper, buying links are not opening, then unnecessary I'm losing customers. Na? Then customer will move from here to Amazon, move to Jio, move to some other. Finally, company losing. Then finally, what the important? Testing is the most important. So many times I told you, if you are only thinking like a developer, then it will not work. You have to work like a developer, also work like a tester. Once you develop and deliver the project to tester should not find any problem in your project. If testers are finding so many problems, then tell me what happened? Your job will be gone. So tester should not find his job. Always you must be a threat to the tester job. If you are doing everything testing, why I need testers? Not required now. right? Then when your project is going to UAT environment, and in UAT environment, the users, these people are called users, user 1, user 2, user 3. These users are find some bugs, then company medical reputation will gone, company brand will gone, right? So one or two, okay, accepted. Hundreds of errors are coming, then company recruitment will be gone, next projects will not come. So that's why both the teams are very, very important. If UAT people also confirmed that, okay, there is no problem in this project now, users can access, then now placing in the production system, nothing but deployed, the project will be deployed and make it available for customers to access. Then when the project is deploying the production server, people say that project is going live. Project is going live, live deadline is coming, some terminology will become, project is going to live, live deadline is coming. Okay, then when live deadline is coming, people are working, day and nights in the company to reach the deadline. Okay, if project is not coming live, then customers are not coming to buy our product, unnecessary sales are going, money loss na. That's why customer is give the deadline, Ray, by this day you have to finish the project, make it live, so that my customers will access. So this is the basic idea about our environments. I hope you all understood. Shall I ask next question? Shall I ask one question? Bolo, what the current topic? What is the current topic? From where to where we come? Types of Java softwares. Okay? Difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, JIT. Now I want to install JDK. I want to install the software. What I should install? JDK na, JRE, JVM, JIT. You cannot install JVM, JIT. JVM is part of JRE, JIT is part of JVM, right? JVM, JIT are not installable. They are the components part of JRE. Now you can install JDK and you can install JRE. Are you catching my point? Then tell me now. Totally here we have 4 computers are there. Totally we have here 4 computers are there. What are the 4 computers? Any of you identify? 5 computers, sorry. 5 computers are there. What the 5th computer? These customers will access the project directly na? No na? They have the laptop, right? All these customers are accessing this project from the laptop na? Hello? They're accessing from laptop. They open browser. Open browser. Right? From the browser URL, project is accessed and displayed on the browser. Right? So this is what happening. Now my question is, carefully think and answer. Totally here I have 5 computers. In which computer, which Java I should install? In a development environment, in a developer computers and developer server computer, what should I install? JDK. Correct? Because developer is responsible to develop, compile and test. Deployed here. Sometimes I want to directly modify already developed code in the server computer. So I need JDK here. Come to testing environment. In a testing environment, what I need? JDK required or not required? Not required. In a tester computers, and in a testing server computer, JRE is sufficient. Hey, JVM no. JVM you cannot install. JRE you must install. Because they are meant for only running. Tell me, in a UAT environment, in a server computer and in a user's computer, what should I install? JRE, because they are also meant for only running. Tell me, in the production server, in the client laptop or client computer desktop, what should I install? JRE. Are you catching my point? This is the story. Very, very important story you must realize. And the story got lot of changes, version by version, year by year. So tomorrow class, you are going to see peaks enjoyment. Okay? Tomorrow you are going to see peaks enjoyment. Then tomorrow class, at any cost, don't miss Nana. If you miss tomorrow class, you are losing something. definitely you are going to lose something. So tomorrow class will give you full clarity on software industry inside what is happening. Okay, so that when you are joined the known place only, you are coming to Hyderabad first time, some little bit fear will be there in your heart and brain na? Who is going to come, whom I am going to meet, so little bit fear will be there in your mind. But once you go to your native place from where childhood you are living, are you getting any fear? No, enter baba. Asal the confidence levels, okay, confidence levels, you know, collar lifting, collar lifting up, okay, and going on the road like this is my area, I am the king of this place. Right, like that. If you want, you know, confidence to enter into company, this topic is very important. Tomorrow class topic is very important. Don't try to miss tomorrow class.